My name is Starscream, the true leader of the Decepticons. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to do Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy, Voyager Starscream. First, we'll take a look at the package. It says Earthrise War for Cybertron. It's Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy. There is Screamer. It says Starscream. It is a Voyager class, and there is Starscream in his robot mode. The other side is the Earthrise poster. Top is a see-through, and on the back it says Starscream WFC-E9. It is 30 steps from robot to jet. He is compatible with the Battle Masters. And that is it for the box. Alright, let's get this guy opened up and see our first seeker. And here we have Starscreamer right out of the box. First, as always, we take a look at the instruction booklet. Let's see, Starscream, Earthrise, War for Cybertron. And basically, robot to jet. And that's it. And you have a little decoder reveal, which we're going to do next. Here is the packaging, and normally you put this over here and you reveal a planet, but I've noticed mine, like a lot of other Starscreams, there is no planet name. Nothing. I've seen Junkion, I've seen Cybertron. There is no planet name on this entire, this is a map. So I guess once you get all the Earthrise, you can cut all these out and they do form a big map. But that is that. And here's his null rays. Basic null rays. Put them on the top of the arm, under the jet. And they're the exact same thing, which we'll put on Screamer. You can put it there. You can use them as guns or 5mm port. You can stick them here. You can stick them here. If you want, you can put them on the wings like that. But it is Starscream, and they all have their weapons on their arms. And that is it for Screamer. And since this is part of the War for Cybertron trilogy, oops, he is compatible with the blast effects. I guess we could stick these, there you go, at the tip of his weapons. Or try and find those little pegs where we can stick these in. We can stick them in the 5mm ports. You know, if you want to do this for blast effects, you can do that. And normally they got little ports on him. I don't see any ports where you can stick these, like, you know, like they did on the other, on the War for Cyber, on the Siege line. But I don't see any. And then you can put these here, obviously. But no little pegs where you can stick these on, but they do fit on the ends of the guns, and they do fit in all the 5mm slots. And also, Battle Masters compatible with 2. So, still compatible with the Siege line, fire effects, and all that other good stuff. Alright, now that all that's taken care of. And he's also, you can weaponize him, which we will do later on in the video. Okay, 4. Now, let's look at that Starscream's head. Very nice cartoonish head. He's got the silver head, the red eyes, and the black face. He is, of course, typical Starscream, molded in gray, blue, and red. He's got some nice, he's got his fans right there. You can see the yellow cockpit. This part, yeah, some of the way he transforms is a little, but we'll see that later. He's got blue down here. He's got blue on the legs. He's got feet. He's got the tail fins in here. Pretty much clean back, but he's got this little wish there was a way they could have made these Seekers, you know, do something with this. I mean, the old way, when I was a kid, you just take the whole thing, feed it through, pop it through the back. Now they've re-engineered them. But it's funny, when I was a kid, all I had was Dirge, which was part of the cone heads. But still the same concept with the way you transformed it. Whoops. Sorry. Alright, now for articulation, the head is on a ball joint. He can do the whole 360. You can look down. You can look up. The arms, if you move the arms do a 360, but the wings do get in the way. He's got bicep swivel, 360. He's got more of a 90-degree bend. Arms don't, and the hands don't move. He's got no waist articulation. Other arms the same way. He's got the arm, the elbow, and the bicep swivel. The wings are pretty neat. You can fold the wings, which was different. You can fold the wings in half to make them like that, but Starscream has to have the wings. You know, you can angle these wings. You can move them like that. You can move them out. You know, they're on a little hinge joint right there. But normally, you put the wings straight like that. But now you could, if you want to angle them just a little, you can angle them. Feet, you lift up his crotch plate. He goes not quite 90. He doesn't go back because he hits this. And he doesn't quite do a whole split, but he's got the thigh rotation. And then the knee, a little more than 90 degrees at the knee. And ankle tiltage like that. And then the toe for transformation. And that is the Starscreamer. Woohoo! And I do like them. This is my second Starscream figure. The first one was my Siege. And growing up, I always had the aerial bots and a lot of the Autobot cars. Like I said, I had Dirge, but I never had any of the 3 original Seekers. Alright, now let's get this guy transformed. And for our first robot-to-robot comparison, we're going to bring in Siege Tetrajet Starscream. That is how those two guys look. Very similar, but the wings are a little different. He's got the battle damage, the chest is a little different, and the feet are a little different. I like this version better. And then we're going to bring in Megatron, Voyager. Now, I do wish these were a little better in scale. Starscream was a little small in Megatron, but I don't think he was this smaller than Megatron. And here is Sound Blaster, but he's the same as Sound Wave, so they're about the same size. And then we're going to bring in Deluxe Earthrise Hoist. So you got the Voyager to Deluxe size, and this is a smaller Earthrise Deluxe Wheeljack. And this is my Wolverine Cyber Battalion Jetfire, which I wanted another jet mode to compare to, so we'll do jet to jet there. And we're going to bring in the big triumvirate, the big 3 bad guys. You got the top 3 from G1 before the movie. You've got Megatron, Starscream, and Soundwave. And that's it for Robot to Robot. Now, to transform Starscream, let's take off his null rays. And we're going to do the arms first. Now, what the arm is, you want to pull this up, and you want to pull the hand up. What you're going to do is, you're going to move this whole thing. This is going to slide back, but you got to get this peg through this hole. So, you slide it like that, close this up, and now you have an arm. It was a little tricky the first time I did it, but I figured it out. So you got that, you lift this up. Now you want to get this peg through this hole. So you want to swivel this back in, close this up, and push that down. So now you got his arms taken care of. Next, you want to, now this is actually die cast right here, it feels like. You want to bend them right here. There you go. That will just fold them over. You want to collapse the head in. Now this you want to pull out, rotate it around, and then you move this whole thing back there. Now, since you got this done, you want to fold the arms in, make them nice and snuggle, and this you will snap in. This part will go underneath here, and it is possible to snap them in. So you just got to get them nice and tight, which mine aren't snapping in right. There you go. That side snapped in, and that side snapped in. So now, top of the jet's done. Now let's go in the feet. You want to expose this. Now this usually tabs in there. Okay, so let's do the other one. Let's put the legs together. Now this part, you want to rotate this. Now as you rotate this up, this back one will move into place, and this tabs into there, and then you fold this down. Again, once you move this up, it automatically moves the back heel, and that will slide in there. Pull this down. Now what you want to do is collapse the legs. Now there is a place to tab in the back, but you want to tab these right in there. Pull the crotch plate up. Close these down. Fold that down. And the wings. Rotate the wings. Now, it's got a little tab back here and a little hole right there. One side of mine fits in good. See, that side fits in real good. But the other side, and these will pop off very easy, most likely when you transform it the other way. So they just slide right in. You slide that in. And see, mine don't really fit good on this side. This side likes to fit in, and this side doesn't. And just straighten up. Oh, and then the toes, you can just pull the toes back. And that is Starscream. Now, he's kind of hollow. And I do wish they would have put a landing gear in the front, because when you put him down, he sits on this gray piece and these two gray pieces. And then you can just put the missiles here, like that. You can put the missiles, whoops, again, these pop off real easy. And there is Starscream and his F-15 Eagle. And we get up close. There is the cockpit. You got the nice yellow cockpit. You got the red up here. He's got the Decepticon symbols. You can still see some molding, the red and white stripe down here. He's got the red and white stripe there. He's got the blue and the white and the gray. He's got some pretty cool jets in the back. Other side the same. He's got the little pointy right here, the guns. He's got the Decepticon symbol, the red. And on the bottom, typical seeker jet. These are his legs. The hands, see, again, it's hollow. Right there, it's hollow. I'm not sure how they could have engineered these where it's not hollow. But, you know, I remember the old figures. These were like half circles, and all you do is you fold them in, and they were like half moon arms. They're pretty, I wish I still had my dirge, but I don't show you. And that is Starscream. Very, very nice, G1-ish. I mean, it's an F-15 Eagle. Just what the Seekers were in these shows. And then you can move this. Oh, these things pop off. You can move this here. That's all they do. They just pop on. You know, if you want. Or, I don't think you can move it. You can move it here. Like that. Again, it's a 5mm port. You can move them under the wings, but as Starscream goes, this is where it's at. Okay, now let's do some vehicle to vehicle. And our first vehicle to vehicle, we're going to bring in the Siege Tetrajet. So these are both Voyagers, and that is how these two look like. Completely different in vehicle mode, yet in robot mode, they're very similar. This is the Voyager Megatron tank. Again, they are both Voyager sizes, and Megatron is a little bigger. Again, this is Cybertronian tank. And then we're going to bring in Sound Blasters, Spaceship Mode. Again, another Voyager. Most of the bad guys in this round were Voyagers, and that is how those two guys line up. And then we're going to bring in Cyber Battalion Jetfire, and that is how those two guys line up. Jetfire is a little bigger. And I also have a review on basically all these guys you've seen. I've got reviews on. And then I'm going to bring in just deluxe hoist. There you go. He's a small deluxe. And then even a smaller deluxe is Wheeljack. And that is the vehicle-to-vehicle modes. Now we're going to transform Starscream back. First we want to take off the null rays. There you go. And what we're going to do is work from the bottom on. So, what you want to do is move the crotch piece up like that. Take this whole piece and just crack it like that. And then move the knees out, and we'll just swivel these down. And these tabs will fit into these holes like that. Separate the feet, put the toes up, and then again, as you move this, it's going to move that. These don't, I know it's the 4th of July, I'm doing this video, so you will hear fireworks in the background. And then fold these up, and now you got almost the Veritech fighter. Now, for the top. First, what you want to do is you want to move these out and flip them up. Move these out and flip them up. That gives you clearance for everything else. And you want to take these and you just want to release each side. Fold this down. The arms fold out. Now you got to make sure you get these right, because when you slide this in, you got to get it right. Now this, you want to fold in, rotate, swivel it down, and take this and push it back and down. And then you can crack them back up, but make sure the arms are all set. That one's in, that one's in. And these will snap in, like so. And then the arms, what you want to do is pull this up, extend this piece from here, you move it all the way here, pull this down, there's one arm, now the other arm. Pull this whole piece up, extend the arms. They're a little different from the Siege Starscream arms, but they're similar, but they're not. And then you just pose them. There you go. Put his null rays on. There's one null ray. There's two null ray. And now Starscream's back. Alright, now I think we're just going to weaponize them. 1, 2, 3. So first we're going to weaponize. We're going to do Brunt, because he's the only Decepticon. So we're going to do that now. And unfortunately, Starscream and Brunt do not want to go together. I was going to put this on his back, but it's very hard to put anything on this joint right here. And also, normally the weaponizers, you put stuff on the bottom of the feet, but Brunt is kind of awkward. But I do have him weaponed up with, he's got the extra claws on the arms. He's got the two big guns here. He's got this gun and this gun. And that is Starscream with Brunt. Now we're going to try 6-gun. And here he is with 6-gun. Now this is what I mean by the added feet. And when I switched the wings, I was able to get the back flat enough for this other jetpack. We've got the little guns on the tail fins. We got his null rays. We got these guns on his arms. And we've got this big gun right here. And that is 6-gun with Starscream. Now we've got Cog. And here we have Cog. So again, you got the added feet. You got the weapons here. You got his null rays here. He's got this big old gun right here. He's got the 2 side arms. And this, I guess you can make an extra jetpack. These barely fit in, but there is Starscream all weaponized with Cog. And then we'll get back into normal. So, my final thoughts on Starscream. I really do like Starscream. I'm glad I got him. The pluses are I like the no battle damage. I mean, it was good for the siege, but I'm glad they got rid of it. He's very G1 accurate. I do like how you can do more opposability with the wings. The negatives, this back piece, and he's hollow in jet mode. He's just too hollow. But other than that, I mean, the face sculpt is G1. The whole body's G1. He's just, I mean, he's Starscream. And all his vindictiveness. Nice, clean transformation. You hide the arms pretty good. You know, it's compatible with the Battle Masters. You got all the 5mm parts. I'm still glad that the whole War for Cybertron trilogy, you got the blast effects compatible, Battle Master compatible, Weaponizer compatible. I do like it. I'm glad the Transformers have finally streamlined and got into different kinds of line instead of doing a Generations, doing Ultra. Alright, and that's about it. Now, if there is a link below to buy this figure from either Amazon or Entertainment Earth or some other affiliate, I would appreciate if you would click on that link and purchase them through there. It does help me buy new figures. This does get expensive. I try to get a lot of the figures, but I don't get all of them because I do have a separate day job. Alright, let's see. Make sure you click like, subscribe to my channel. You can find me on Facebook, on YouTube. You know, share this video with your friends. Let them know about it. And all that good stuff. Alright, Rodimusbill saying, till all are one, till all are one. This is Starscream saying, one of these days, Megatron, the Decepticons will be mine. And I forgot one more. It is not a weaponizer, but this is Earthrise Ironworks. Kind of like a weaponizer, but he makes a base. And we've got the big claw here. We've got the 2 small claws here. We got the added feet right there. And let's see, we can add this little weapon here. And so the Earthrise has their own weaponizers, although they're not called weaponizers. I'm not sure what they are. And this is the Autobot Ironworks. Alright, now that we are done with the weaponizers,